Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video I will be explaining about Schengen Visa, that how you can apply it, which documents you need, which embassy you need to visit. So everything about it. Without getting late, let's start. Schengen area have 30 countries under its name, and indeed it is a visa for 30 countries, but don't apply it for any country. Suppose you're going to France but you applied for Italy, it don't work like that. Just apply in the embassy exactly where you're going. And another thing is apply in the embassy of the country where you're having the maximum stay. Few people have a trip like of 10 days and they want to stay 6 days in France and 4 in Italy. Then apply from the France embassy, not from the Italy embassy. Another thing is apply in the embassy of that country where you're landing first. So if you're having your stay in 4 different countries of the Schengen area, then apply where you're landing first. Then apply for the multiple entry visa. There are a single entry visa as well, but it's considerable if you could apply for a multiple entry visa. And all the links and the documents required are given in my bio. So please do check.
So go to the Google and type VFS France Canada. So as if I am in Canada, I'm applying from Canada for the Schengen visa. So I will put here Canada. And in the very first link, you can see there visa.vfsglobal.com, Canada, France, Canada to France. You have to be very careful with this one. Suppose if you're applying from India, if you're living in India, then type VFS France India. And then here you can see the links changes to India to France. Else almost the process is the same. It's just the links, like every country is having their own link. So let me get it back to Canada from where I'm applying. Click on the first link. Then here you can see apply for the visa and book for an appointment. We will start with applying for the visa first. We will fill the application, and through that application we will book an appointment. So from here it then says begin your application. Click on view more. And then it says on the France Visas website, click here. It will take us to the website. And then it says here also you can see English US Web France Visas. So be careful with the links that you are opening. And then click on start your visa application. Coming down here, click on start your visa application. Now it will ask you that if you have already account with the French embassy. I don't have any, so I will create an account first. Click on create an account. Now go with your first name, last name. Then it asks about my email. Let's get it, police1051@gmail.com. And then again it says check your email. So language in which you want to complete your visa application, English. And then password. Then it says me you must verify your email address to activate your account. So go to your email. You might have received a confirmation in there. Login. And then let me change the language to English. Now we comes up here. It says me my request. Create a new request in a new group. So I will click here. Now let's start the application. This is the step 1. You can see the language is French. So let me change the language first. Let me go to my account. And then here, okay, the language is French. That's why. Let me change it to English. Save it. Click on my applications. Create a new application in the group of the applications. Now let's start. Current nationality. Select your current nationality. My is India, so Indian. The next question is, do you join or travel with a family member from an EU country? Anyone who is having like any close member living in EU, or they are going with them, then click yes. Otherwise, say no. My is no. And then please select where would you like to submit your application. Generally, it's country of residence. So for me, it will be Canada. Next question, city of submission of application. So just to select the city which is very close to your residence. My is Toronto, so I will select it here. Now visa type requested. There are three types of visa: short stay, long stay, airport transit, right? For me, it's a short stay visa, less than 90 days. The main destination of stay. For me, it's France. Click France. Then issuing authority of travel document India. So travel document, these are of four types: ordinary, passport, diplomatic, official. So you can check on the Google about your passport, but generally for a common person, it's always an ordinary passport. For me, it's ordinary passport. And then it says a travel document number. Put your passport number and then date of the issue when your passport was issued to you. Mine was 2019 January 3, and date of expiry, it's again 20 January and 2. Then your plans of why are you making this trip. So this is just for tourism. I will select here tourism, and then it says please indicate the main purpose of your visit. So tourism, private visit. Right, then it says indicate the additional information on your stay project. So if you want to indicate anything, like if I say I am going to visit Paris and then I am going to Italy from there. So mention accordingly which countries you're going, just for the additional information to the officer, so they could be very clear exactly where you are going or what is your purpose, right? And then once you click on verify, it is saying me you need a visa. I guess this country is out of the list now and you need the visa for it. Unless you're a citizen, so no, we just click next here. And then it says you have entered a travel document number. Do you confirm this entry? Once your request is validated, it will no longer be possible to edit this number. So your passport number, be very careful with it. I say yes. Step second, your information. It asked me about my identity. My sex, I will select here female. And then about marital status, choose according to your marital status. Mine is single, so I will select single. Then last name, my score, and the obligatory first name, it's Praneeth. So if again, I will repeat it here. If you have only one name in your given name in your passport, then please fill the whole name and last name and keep the first name empty. And then here, if you have any previous name and like you have changed your name now, then please put your previous name here. In my case, it's nothing. And then date of birth, 13 September 1996. And then place of birth. So my is Batinda. And then country of birth, it's India. Current nationality, Indian, it's already selected. Enter your national identity number. So you can go with your passport number here again, P9233456. Then nationality at birth, if it was different. For me, it was same, so I will leave it empty. And specify, a few people have like two nationalities, citizenship of two countries. So if you are having citizenship of two countries, please mention your other citizenship here. Then it says me about my personal information, my address 45, suppose it's a King Street. Then it says postal code 1L56928. And then it asks me about the city. Let me get here Mississauga. country Canada, and then it say ask about the telephone number through which they can contact me. So I will say 57 982 3571. So put your contact number here in case the officer want to call you for your application, which is never a case, but still. And then the email address, it's again puneet1051 at the rate gmail.com. Then details about the identity. Do you live in the country other than the country of your current nationality? Yes, because I'm living in Canada and my nationality is Indian. Now it asks me about if I am having a resident permit number. So if you're on work permit, put your work permit number. If you are on your permanent residency, then put your permanent residency card number. For me, it is like, let's put 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and then its expiry is and then date when it was issued. So it was issued to me on 13th January 2022. So whenever your permit was issued to you, just put that date. Either it's work permit, student permit, or whatever permit you are holding. And then it says, are you joining or traveling with the French nationality family member? No. Do you join or travel with a family member from EU country, excluding France? No. Current job. So for me, it is suppose select any. Let me select the banker, and then it will ask me about the sector in which I'm working in. It's a financial activities and insurance, and then name of the employer or teaching establishment. Let's say RBC Banking Info. Just put your employer name here, then the employer address. For me, it's 123 App Street. Put the postal code as 55483. Then the city, let me put again my current city. Then country or territory in which I'm working. If you're working in India, give your employer name and everything accordingly. So for me, it's Canada. Then it again asks, enter the telephone number that can be used to contact your employer or teaching establishment. So you can give, if you're a college student, give the name of your college, number of your college. If you are working somewhere, then give your employer number, your manager or supervisor, anything. So let me give my company number here, and then enter the email address that can be used to contact your employer. So your employer email address, right? So rbc@gmail.com. Let me click next. Now it asks me about step 3, that have you received a Schengen visa within the last 59 months? If you were having, click yes, otherwise no. My case, it's no. Have your digital fingerprints previously been taken in the connection with the previous application? So earlier, if you were having the Schengen visa and you have your biometrics, then say yes, otherwise no. I was not having visa, so no fingerprints. Click next. Then it asked me about the details of my stay. Then it says you indicated that you will be traveling in the country France. Will you be traveling in other member states or territories? So I am traveling to Italy as well. I will click here yes. Then it asks me about other destinations. For me, so this is the list of all Schengen countries. Let me click Italy here. If you're traveling to any other country as well, just click it. Then it asks me about member state or territory of first entry. So first entry for me is France. I will click here France. And then it says plan the date of arrival in Schengen area when I'm planning to arrive there. So be careful. If you're applying for Schengen visa, sometimes you do not get the interview. So to be safe, apply it 3 months prior to your visit. So for me, I am planning to travel in May 2025 and I'm applying in January. So let me say May 30, 2025, I'm traveling to visit. Then it says select the date on which you will plan to leave the Schengen area. So I am just going for 15 days and I will select here. I'm just taking an approx date and then it gives me planned duration of stay is 16 and then number of entries. You can click any multiple entries or one entry. So I will just take the multiple entries just to be safe. Number of stays planned in France for the coming year. So I will just, I'm having the multiple entries, so I will give here two. Then it says, as a reminder, your project uh, is tourism and main purpose of your stay is tourism, private visit. If the information is incorrect, please modify it. So mine information is totally correct. So I won't modify anything, right? I will just leave it. Click on next and then it asks me about host person or organization. So the person who is hosting me. I will click here my hotel or place of accommodation. So then it will ask me about my hotel name, address, everything. So another thing I will specify here is when you're applying for Schengen visa, you always have to make an itinerary because it's a important document and a required document that you have to place in your visa documentation. So name of the hotel for me it's like ABC, ABS, ABC. Okay. And then address it's 34 Metro Street, France, Paris. Let's say Paris. And then city it's Paris, postal code. So whatever your hotel postal code is, I'm just filling a dummy code, right? City is France, and then give your hotel telephone number. I'm just entering whatever thing, and then their email address. So abc@gmail.com, and funding of your travel cost. So by if you have any guarantor, click here. For me, it's myself. I will click myself. And here how I will be taking care of my things. So it will be a credit card. It will be a cash as well. So I will click both of them. Click on next. Then it says your supporting documents. So it will give you all the documents that you need in your interview. So your passport or any other travel document, original photocopy of everything, right? And then you have to meet everything, all the pre-required conditions here, your purpose of stay, your round trip flights, so your funds last to 3 months of your proof of funds that you have to carry. So read everything here from your accommodation. I'm saying you from your accommodation in which hotel you're staying, they need the booking of that. On which flight you're traveling, your all bookings of your flights, like going to the destination and then coming back, every flight detail they need. Your travel health insurance, this is very specific. You need to have a minimum amount of 30,000 euro insurance with you. That also you have to take while applying for this application, right? I will tell you that how you can get your insurance as well while we will be booking an appointment. Click on continue. Now it says that all the information provided is correct. I will say continue. Yes, it's correct. And have you checked for each of the applications that the data in the form confirm the information you have entered? Yes, it's correct. If you want to modify anything, then you can say no and modify it, right? Then it says me that how much I have to pay. It's 135.30 Canadian dollar, means 90 euro. This is the application fees. Click on continue. Then it asked me about making an appointment. This is my application number. So keep it safe somewhere. I will just copy it. And then it's asked me if it's a center with application appointment is required. Oh yeah, everything is good and making an appointment. Then just click on submit to the visa center to book an appointment. So we will go on the same link for the VFS Global, and coming down it says book your appointment. Click here, click on book an appointment. If you have already filled it, yes, I have already filled the form, and then I accept and book an appointment. You can see that it ask me about my email and my password. So if you already have an account with VFS Global, then just log in into it. But in my case, I don't have any account yet, so I will create an account for VFS. Now for creating an account, it's asking me for my email. Then password, confirm password, then your phone number. By creating account, I hereby consent to process my personal data. Yeah, I consent to international transfer of my data, and then privacy policy, and then click here register. Here you will see that it said that almost done. They have sent me an email to activate my account. I have activated my account here, and then going back now I can log in to the VFS Global. I will click here sign in. Then it asks me about my application booking, start new booking. So then it says choose your application center. For me, it's Toronto. I will select here because I have already filled I'm in Canada. And choose your application category. So for me, it's a short stay. I will select C, short stay. So then it says that choose your subcategory. Click on short stay, any other visa category, and it says earlier available slot is this one. Click on continue. Then fill all your information in here. City, then postal code, and oh, space. Remove the space, click save. No thanks, I don't want to save it. And then here it says your details are here. If you want to add any another applicant here in your appointment, just click on add another applicant, then their details as well, if you're accompanying your spouse or someone else. But generally I would recommend is create your own accounts and then book from there, because sometimes you don't get the appointment on time, or appointment for two people is not available. So here I will click continue. Then it says me pick for an appointment unavailable. Appointment, if you can see any appointment here, just click on it and then click on book continue, and then it will says fill your fees of $37.67 and confirm your appointment. So now when you comes up in the bottom of your application printout, which you will be printing once that is completed, and then coming to the bottom, that you will see all the required document checklist. So you have to complete all this checklist. The very first is it's saying that the signed and dated application form. So just to sign your application form with hand and date it. And then next is a receipt of France visa. So when you will be booking your appointment, you will get a receipt of it in your email. So attach that receipt as well. And then the another one is for your passport. So have a photocopy of your passport. All the entry and exit stamps should be there. And then the ID photograph you should be having any ID proof. And then the Canadian citizen. If you're not a Canadian citizen, then you need a resident permit. So for me, like it's my PR card. Now, it for your case, you will receive your own checklist. So this is my checklist. And if you have an official travel document, like a few people have their particular travel document, then they can attach it like their work permit, study permit, or anything, right? And then the detailed itinerary with the tour operator's name. So the whole itinerary should be there, the one that you will prepare. Then reservation of your return ticket. So when you returning, when are you going from here? So your flight reservations, they also need that. And then it comes up to professional situation. So in my case, they are asking me for all my records, my employment records. So they need my employment letter. If you are in your school or somewhere, then they need the proof of everything, right? Then the next case is they need my bank statements of last 3 months. So this everything I need to print it out and get ready. And the next one is accommodation, where I'm staying, the hotel reservations. Very careful about to the amount of euro 120 per day. So I should be having enough resources or enough funds in my account to support this amount, right? And then another thing is travel health insurance, that you should be having the travel health insurance. And now I will let you know that how you can get your travel health insurance. So it's always good if you're getting through the same portal where you're booking your appointment. So I will click again sign in here. So on the very first page, it says apply for travel medical insurance. Travel medical insurance codes. Just click here on get codes and you can read everything. Click on continue. So now on this page, you can see the option is here for travel medical insurance. Now you will click on find my, click on the departure date. So when is your date? So I'm going in May. Let's say 1st of the May, and my return is up to 20th of the May. And arrival country is France. So just to put your arrival country here, and then it says number of travelers. Just select the number of travelers. So me, in my case, it's just one. Are there any travelers more than 74 years old? No. And then click on confirm. Then click on find my insurance. Then it asks me that would you like to be covered for other countries? Say continue. Find my insurance. It's finding. Oh, I will select this insurance. Then it will ask about my dates, first name, last name. So just keep on filling this information. Okay, then just click on confirm my insurance. Once everything is done, it will give you the receipts that you will attach within your documents that you will be taking to the embassy. So that's all. That's how you can confirm your insurance. That's it. Thank you so much. Bye.